thing happened on the way to the Forum. On Tuesday, Magic Johnson and his Lakers were beaten by the Phoenix Suns. The upstarts took it right to L.A. in their own backyard, ending a 21-game Forum losing streak, grabbing a 1-0 series lead, while allowing Coach Cotton Fitzsimmons the last laugh on the Joker. Thursday in Game 2, L.A. executed a fast turnaround. Magic had the Lakers hitting on all fronts. They rebounded, dunked, blocked, stuffed, stripped, and slammed their way to a 24-point win and put the smile back on old Jack's face. Today in the Valley of the Sun, the Lakers try to win back the home court advantage, while Phoenix hopes to lock up a lead of its own. Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum in the Valley of the Sun sold out today for this Western Conference semifinal Game 3 between the Lakers and the Suns of Phoenix. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist, and welcome to Phoenix for Game 3. A bit of a surprise in this series thus far. We're tied at a game apiece. Most thought Los Angeles would win both games in L.A. They did not. Also this afternoon, Portland-San Antonio underway with Game 4, and we'll keep you abreast of what's happening down in San Antonio. My partner again today, Lenny Elmore. Pivotal game, Len. Game 3 here in Phoenix. What do you expect from the Suns today?
Well, Vern, the Suns definitely have to run. They've been missing some production from their key players, Kevin Johnson and Tom Chambers. And to allow Kevin Johnson to get in the open floor and create, and to give Tom Chambers his running and scoring opportunities, they've got to push the ball up court very quickly.
Los Angeles a little sloppy in Game 1, played more like we expected them to play in Game 2.
Well, Pat Riley was very happy with Game 2. They'd like to continue to push the ball up court, but create a fast tempo with their defense, an active defense that deflects balls, that gets in the passing lanes and creates transition opportunities for them from defense to offense. Both teams will come out here and play very aggressively and with a lot of intensity.
Game 3 from Veterans Coliseum in Phoenix. The Lakers and the Suns back with the starting lineups after this.
CBS Sports coverage of the 1990 NBA playoffs is sponsored by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? First Brands Corporation, maker of STP oil treatment and son of a gun protectant. And by Miller Lite's Tour Delight, the race to win America's favorite light beer.
As the Tour Delight rolls across America, someone else has joined the race to win America's favorite light beer, Miller Lite. They have struggled up the Rockies, where they pulled out all the stops. Yes, these guys would not pump pedals cross-country for just any beer. Only the less filling beer that really tastes great. Miller Lite.
Yo, where's Woody at? I took a shortcut.
St. Louis. All right. Halfway there.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it with Son of a Gun from STP. Shoot the dash, seats, tires, and roof. Son of a Gun protectant. Man, what a difference.
You don't have to be crazy about home projects to buy a Black & Decker cordless screwdriver or Cordless Screwdriver Plus. You just have to have a screw loose.
The promises found in a showroom catalog are only as good as the quality found in the car itself. That's why at Ford, we've continuously refined one of America's top-selling cars, Ford Tempo, to its highest quality level ever. It's quality you can feel at a price they can't touch. Ford Tempo. You don't have to be well-to-do to do it well.
Now get 7.9 financing for up to 48 months or up to $900 cash bonus on Ford Tempo.
You bet we're finicky. At Price Pfister, when we make a faucet, we make it fit for a king. So we start with a foundation of solid brass inside, which makes it so durable, it's flat out terrific. Then we finish it to a fare thee well outside and price it to please the frugal in everyone. Price Pfister, the fabulous faucet with a funny name.
Now let's check the lineups for these two teams in Game 3. First of all, for the Los Angeles Lakers, James Worthy, A.C. Green, Michael Thompson, Magic Johnson, and Byron Scott. And for the Phoenix Suns, Tom Chambers, Kurt Rambis, Mark West, Kevin Johnson, and Jeff Hornacek. Joining us this afternoon, the third member of our broadcast group, Leslie Bitzel. Leslie?
Vern, as you and Lenny have mentioned, one of the keys to the Suns' offense is point guard Kevin Johnson, who's really been struggling in this series. There have been whispers that he's actually still hampered by a hip pointer sustained when he ran into that human eclipse from Utah, Mark Eaton, in the first series against Utah. But I just spoke with Kevin, and he said he's fine. His hip isn't bothering him. He said it's been the excellent defense of both Michael Cooper and Byron Scott, who've been picking him up early in the backcourt, and on the other end, not allowing him to penetrate. He said that he's determined to be more of an offensive force in this game. Vern?
All right, Leslie, saw a brief look at the officiating crew for today. Ed Rush, Jess Kersey, and Paul Mahalik are the three who will officiate this game. Cotton Fitzsimmons, of course, the head coach of the Phoenix Suns, and Pat Riley in his 9th year as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Games are tied at 1 apiece. In the regular season, there is Cotton Fitzsimmons. His team won 1 game here in overtime. Los Angeles won the regular season series 3-1, but each of those 3 games, Lenny, was very close.
Well, Cotton Fitzsimmons told us yesterday that that was the first blowout they've had this year. This team's problem is with focus, inconsistent against Utah, and in this series thus far. Pat Riley likes his team's intensity.
Michael Thompson wins the tip. It goes into the hands of Magic Johnson. Hornacek opens on Magic Johnson. Check the other matchups as we get time. There's Byron Scott with Kevin Johnson on him. Loose ball picked up by A.C. Green.
Lakers look a little tight, particularly Byron Scott at this point. But they were all business yesterday in practice.
5 on the shot clock. Rebound comes down in the hand of Tom Chambers. Kevin Johnson quickly up court. Scott's done a great job on him in the first 2 games. With help from Larry Drew and Michael Cooper. There's Johnson penetrating. That, I think, is very important for Phoenix to get him off to a...
Well, the open floor is what allows him to create. And that time he found the hole by pushing the ball up court.
Low post now for Irvin Johnson. Illegal defense called on the Phoenix Suns. That's the first. It's a warning. Second illegal defense, of course, results in a technical foul.
Well, Vern, we're going to see this all day. Magic Johnson posting up the smaller Jeff Hornacek, and when Dan Marley comes in, he's got the height advantage, and it's much better for him on the post to be able to do a lot of things, including score.
Hornacek gives away 5 inches, and there's Johnson posting up again. The double team comes from Chambers, Rambis rather, and that leaves Worthy open.
Can't say enough about the Laker intelligence doing the things that they have to, taking what the defense gives them.
Rambis, A.C. Green has left him alone for much of the series. Hornacek guarded by Magic Johnson. Now Chambers posts up. 5 on the shot clock. Back to Chambers. 3-point shot by Chambers. No.
That's just not the place that they want Tom Chambers to shoot from. He's much better in the open floor, running and getting opportunities. Playing right into the Laker hands.
And again, Johnson with that left hook, the runner, after posting up in the right bank.
With Magic Johnson posted up, it's going to force Phoenix on defense to have to double and create an open man.
Kevin Johnson tries to penetrate. The double team comes from the outside. The shot is good. And on the made basket, Los Angeles hurries it up at the other end with the score tied at 4. This time Johnson stays top of the key. Double screen on the right side. Now they look for Scott getting loose on the left, and they settle instead for Michael Thompson over Mark West. Got it.
Michael Thompson. That's someone they'd like to get involved besides Byron Scott is Michael Thompson. That will keep Mark West and Kevin Johnson occupied defensively.
Jeff Hornacek. Quickly off the made basket to Worthy at the other end. They do that as well as any team in the NBA and have for years.
Well, Cotton Fitzsimmons told us yesterday their main objective is to get the Magic early in the backcourt to prevent those long passes. That time they failed to get to him as the ball was inbounded, and of course you saw the result.
Hornacek picked off by Worthy. Has trouble controlling it. It goes into the hands of Kurt Rambis, the former Laker. Chambers to Rambis. Dishes to West for two.
Kurt Rambis' involvement in the Phoenix offense is key because in the last game, the Lakers left him wide open, allowed him to get some easy shots. This time he took it to the basket, and he himself created a situation for Mark West.
Score tied at 8:40 to go. First quarter of play. Johnson taking away the right side for Byron Scott. 4 on the shot clock. Thompson. Rebound Rambis. Phoenix in transition. Hornacek. Denied by Magic Johnson.
Let's go.
Penetration by Kevin Johnson, who is knocked down, and here come the Lakers again. 3-on-1. Too strong. AC Green with the rebound. Rambis with the foul.
Foul on number 31, Kurt. We mentioned before, Phoenix wants to get to Magic Johnson quickly. You see Jeff Hornacek too late, and the long pass for the touchdown. Magic Johnson is great at looking up court, and James Worthy just as adept at leaking out. That puts a lot of pressure on the Phoenix defense.
AC Green will shoot 2.
Vern, if you listen to the Phoenix Suns, they'll tell you that AC Green was the guy that killed them the other night. He was supposed to be guarding Kurt Rambis, but he stayed in the lane, never really came out. But he was the man who helped out on the double teams, who got in the passing lanes and created havoc against the Phoenix offense.
Now, for all practical purposes, he just let Rambis roam by himself.
Especially when he's 12 feet from the basket.
Right. Portland leading San Antonio by 3. Blazers are up 2-1. Here's Hornacek. 18-footer, no. Rambis tries to chase it down. It'll be Laker ball.
Now, the Lakers' goal is to try to get 4 guys in the paint against Kevin Johnson. And you saw it right there, 4 people in the paint to prevent him from getting any openings to the basket. That perimeter shot by Jeff Hornacek would be big.
Magic Johnson off the screen from Michael Thompson. It's a 4-point lead. 7:40 to go first quarter. Foul away from the ball on Phoenix. Mark West.
Mark West a little frustrated. The Lakers again with a number of people in the lane clogging things up, keeping him from getting to the block where he wants to be. And that time he just shoved off. Maybe trying to send a message right now. He's not to be denied today.
Mark West had just a superb game in Game 1, the upset in Los Angeles, with 24 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 block shots. More modest numbers in Game 2 with 1 block and 9 points and only 5 rebounds. Here's Hornacek on Magic. Green got that one too.
Well, you and I looked at AC Green shooting practice, and I was just marveling at his form. People don't know that AC Green is a great shooter once he gets his form and his rhythm down.
Illegal defense called against the Lakers. What's the key to that shot? The elbow?
I believe that keeping the elbow, you're asking the wrong guy. I wasn't a scorer, but I saw a lot of guys score against me. Keeping that elbow straight and keeping the ball on your fingertips, that's what's going to do it more times than not.
Kevin Johnson. Johnson, who had only 9 points in Game 1 and 12 and 2, but look what happens at the other end. Worthy explodes again.
And again, Jeff Hornacek maybe 2 or 3 steps off Magic Johnson on the first pass in the inbound, and I think that's what Cotton Fitzsimmons wants to talk about.
See if he might make a move to Marley. At the very least, he is called timeout. Just under 7 minutes to go, and the Lakers up by 6.
Food. We got hot food, huge food, happy food, and dude food. We got lunch food, munchity munch food, not in the greatest mood food. We got the right food, light food, morning food, and night food, make-a-wish food, not this food. All right food, we got food, folks and fun. Get it to go food, folks and fun. Hey, get your own food. You know the one. It's McDonald's for food, folks and fun.
Uh-oh, what's wrong? There's just 1 minute made left.
I'll play you for it.
Yo, great game.
Yeah, I got thirsty just watching you guys.
Minute Maid Orange. The orange.
You could win a shot at Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing. 3-on-3. Anywhere you buy Minute Maid Orange. Got it?
We go above and beyond I'm just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative, and I help people review their life insurance needs because I know how much the right life insurance means to me and my family.
You take pride in your life, so do we. Going above and beyond is our policy. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
You want to protect your children from harm, but can they protect themselves?
Don't let him move. I'll go call for help.
A salute to Safe Kids Week on Rescue 911, Tuesday.
Last night in the NBA, Philadelphia almost squandered a huge fourth-quarter lead, but they held on to win their first of the playoff against Chicago. Barkley with 34. Jordan had 49 in that game. Earlier today, New York won for the first time against Detroit, winning at Madison Square Garden. Patrick Ewing with a huge game. Both of those series now, 2-1. Let's go to Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Vern, just now in the huddle, Cotton Fitzsimmons told his team the obvious. He said, we are not getting back fast enough on defense. The Lakers are scoring much too easily. He said he wants them to pressure the inbounds pass and also to get to Magic quick enough before he makes the pass. Vern?
All right. No change on the defense. Jeff Hornacek stays in, so Marley not yet in the ball game. Matter of fact, no change for either team during the timeout. Here's Chambers. Had one big game against LA in game 1, but not much the other night. He's having trouble getting loose now. Worthy traveled.
That is just not Tom Chambers' game, a half-court set type of offense. Again, he's left with the ball, trying to create some things. He's not a good enough ball handler to do that, and he's playing right into the Laker hands who sag in the middle.
Already 4 turnovers against Phoenix. They trail by 8 points now. James Worthy has those 8 points. He's the difference, 18-10. Turnovers 4-1. Magic Johnson fronting on Chambers. Now turns around, gets behind him. Double team comes from AC Green, and Chambers gets 2.
Well, Magic was really not accustomed to playing the post area. Tom Chambers knew that, but that's one way Phoenix can get Tom Chambers loose in a half-court situation.
Now Rambis on Worthy. There's Byron Scott for 2 over Kevin Johnson.
Byron Scott, who's involved in the Laker offense, really puts a lot of pressure on Kevin Johnson. Johnson does so much in the offensive end, then he has to go back and play defense. That's a lot.
Mark West off the assist from Kevin Johnson. The lead is 6, Los Angeles. Magic Johnson with 4 assists already. Worthy and Rambis, the former teammates. Air ball, Johnson. It's a 1-on-3, 2-on-3 break. Foul before the shot on Byron Scott.
Byron Scott was left with just retreating on Kevin Johnson. So not an awful lot he can do. But he got some help, Byron Scott did, from his teammates. Again, he catches up to him, but AC Green looks as though he reaches in. And you have to stop Kevin Johnson before he gets to the lane, because one step there and he's gone.
Rambis, Johnson, Hornacek, West, and Chambers for Phoenix. Hornacek. Byron Scott bumped by West as he comes down with a rebound. James Worthy 4 of 6 from the field early on. Johnson off the pick from Green. Tipped away by Hornacek, and AC Green tracks it down. West with a rebound after Johnson's miss. Portland leading San Antonio by 5. Hornacek for 2.
Well, the Suns have finally laced up those running shoes, and they're getting out there primarily off of the Laker misses, but that's exactly what they want to do. They've got to push it up. That's their game.
Worthy fights free of the screen and is open in front of the basket. 10 points for James Worthy. He had a miserable game in game 1. Came on 23 points in the first half in game 2, and a good start today. Hornacek got some help from Rambis with the running hook.
Great job by Hornacek in recognizing who he had guarding him. Backed out, kind of rocked AC Green to sleep before he went to the basket. That's the things the Suns have in their favor, is the intelligence in the backcourt with Kevin Johnson and Jeff Hornacek.
James Worthy back and forth with Magic Johnson, who's posting up again. 4 on the shot clock for 3. James Worthy, no. Taken away by Kevin Johnson. Phoenix could cut the lead to 2. It had been as high as 8. Johnson with a jumper. Michael Thompson gives it off to Magic Johnson. 3.5 to go first quarter. 22-18.
You want to look for the Lakers again to try to get Magic inside the paint. He pulls up shortly there, but that's what he wants to do. Suns are right on it, though.
Second turnover for Los Angeles and a foul on Byron Scott, his second.
Foul number 4, Byron Scott.
Michael Cooper will come into the lineup now, replacing Byron Scott.
You watch Kevin Johnson's face. He's looking side to side, always trying to pick up someone ahead of him. And he does a nice job there of, again, getting into the paint and getting fouled.
Michael Cooper in. Dan Marley is going to make his first appearance for the Phoenix Suns. Time has been called. The lead is 4.
Welcome to the 90s, and welcome to a way to explore new horizons. Introducing the new 4-door Explorer from Ford. Explore more total room for people and cargo than any competitor. Explore its exclusive push-button 4-wheel drive. Explore its aerodynamic design. Discover new 4-door Explorer from Ford.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Our bike business had never been better. So one day we just looked at each other and knew it was time to go public.
Your auditor gives us an accurate picture of your capital needs.
When are we going to hear? It takes time. Off to New York, guys.
This is the shop of Sansat Pasar, a thriving establishment on the outskirts of Bangkok. Unlike other international executives, he has no phone system, no computers, not even a fax machine. He does, however, enjoy one modern and efficient service nearly 4 billion people in more than 180 countries today can take for granted. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Monday, an unauthorized biography of John Gotti, the man the government calls the most powerful criminal in the United States, on Face to Face with Connie Chung Monday.
3:18 remaining first quarter in Game 3 in the Western Conference semifinals. The Lakers had led by as many as 8. They're up by 4 now. James Worthy leads the way with 10 points. It's been a hot shooting first quarter so far, Len.
Well, both teams are shooting in the high 60s. The Suns 69%, LA 63%. They both have been running. The Lakers have been looking for more opportunities to run. The Phoenix Suns have done a nice job of getting back, except for the few long passes. On the other end of it, Kevin Johnson is finally starting to get off the mark here. He's pushing it at every opportunity, and that's just what the Suns need, because he is creating the good opportunities that the Suns have gotten, and that's why they've been shooting 69%, basically because of his penetration.
Dan Marley has replaced Jeff Hornacek, so he'll be the man to guard Magic Johnson now, and Michael Cooper has come in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Cooper on Kevin Johnson. Chambers. Foul. Worthy thought it was an offensive foul. It's not.
Well, you look at James Worthy right there, and you have to credit him with an excellent job against Tom Chambers. He's been matched up against him on the defensive end during this series, and he's done a great job, primarily because he's been playing him smartly, keeping him from putting it on the floor and driving when he wants to. The other thing is, though, that Tom Chambers has been pressing a little bit. If he lets the game come to him, look for some offensive rebounds, do some other things on the floor to help his team, he'll find that he'll get back into his rhythm.
Chambers had a poor shooting series against Utah, with the exception of one game. And the first 2 games against Los Angeles, 26 points in Game 1, only 9 in the blowout Game 2. Now Marley, who's a little more physical on Magic Johnson than Hornacek is. Worthy backing in on Chambers this time. AC Green hauls it down off the deflection. 22-20. Magic Johnson keeps an eye posted to Worthy. storms by Mark West with the block. 3 on the shot clock. Michael Cooper is only 1 of 19 in the playoffs now from the floor. But he saves it and gets it back to Magic Johnson.
And Mark West has been a thorn in the side of the Lakers on the Suns' defensive end. Every time they get in the paint, they pump fake and look for him.
Mismatch down low with Magic guarded by Kevin Johnson. They get it around to the corner. And this time, Rambis is not able to save it. Or did he get forced out? Loose ball foul is what's called.
A little bit of a disagreement there between the officials. Jess Kersey from his angle saw the ball out of bounds off Rambis, but Ed Rush overruled him with a call of a foul by Michael Thompson against Kurt Rambis.
And you saw Vlade Divac has made his first appearance in the game now, replacing Michael Thompson. Kevin Johnson, too strong with a shot. 22-20, 1:54 to go. First quarter of play. Johnson to Green after the double team. Rambis clears it for Phoenix. A chance to tie for the Suns. Off the mark. Rebound, A.C. Green. And the pace predictably up tempo. Oh, what a pass from Magic Johnson to Vlade Divac.
Even with one step in the lane, Magic Johnson creates. Both teams, up until that point, have done a nice job of sealing off and forcing the perimeter shots, which both teams have missed.
Tom Chambers cuts the lead back to 2.
Both teams forced, except for their last 2 possessions, to shoot 15, 20 feet, and they've had trouble making those baskets. The defenses have now tightened up just a bit, keeping the ball out of the lane. Portland leading by 9. A delay of game warning issued against Phoenix for knocking the ball away after the made basket just a moment ago. Divac. Well, I watched him in practice. He's 7'1". He was canning 3-pointers with ease. And I tell you what he does is adds a dimension to this Laker offense. It brings Mark West from outside, and he has to guard Vlade Divac because of Divac's range. Now Orlando Woolridge makes his first appearance in the game, replacing James Worthy, who gets a rest with 10 points in the first quarter. Also on the defensive end, Divac provides more shot blocking capabilities than does Michael Thompson. So the Lakers really don't lose with that substitute. Divac muscling West. Down low, Marley. Reverse layup for 2. Johnson, Woolridge, A.C. Green, Divac, and Michael Cooper on the floor for the Lakers. Mark West, Rambis, Marley, Chambers, and Kevin Johnson for Phoenix. Green. Woolridge. No surprise there as he drives to the basket. Well, Orlando Woolridge, you can see the change in his game. Earlier in the season, I had a chance to see him, and he sometimes settled for that outside shot, that 15-footer. This time, he puts the ball on the floor. He sees any opening. He's going right through it, and with a body like that, I guess if the opening's not there, you can make one. But just create. Eddie Johnson will give Kurt Rambis a rest now. For Cotton Fitzsimmons and the Suns. Johnson, who was one of the heroes of the Game 5 win up in Utah, and also provided the game winner in Game 1 against Los Angeles. Final 25 seconds. Johnson. Chambers. Nice play. That's the running start Tom Chambers loves to have. Lead is cut to 1. It had been 8 for Los Angeles. What a pick by Divac. Johnson over West. Cooper falling down, fadeaway. Can you believe that? He was 1 for 19 in the playoffs until that shot. And then, as he goes to his posterior, he banks it in. So Michael Cooper's off-balance shot has given the Lakers a 29-26 lead.
If it makes you nervous to have someone my size in your face, now you know how your kid feels when you're in his.
CBS Sports coverage of the 1990 NBA playoffs is sponsored by United Airlines, serving over 200 cities in the U.S. and around the world. Come fly the friendly skies. Allstate for home, auto, life, and business insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. And by the exciting, innovative, unconventional new spirit of Dodge.
Start of second period. Los Angeles up 29-26. They had led by as many as 8. Phoenix cut it to 1. And then Michael Cooper, who has been in a horrid shooting slump while falling down backwards and avoiding the effort of Orlando Woolridge, got the basket in. 32-25. Portland leading San Antonio in the other game. Lakers up 29-26. Vern Lundquist, Len Elmore, Leslie Visser. Kevin Johnson. Larry Drew has come in now in place of Byron Scott. Cooper stays in as the number 2 guard for Los Angeles. And here's Larry Drew. Had 19 minutes in game 2. And he'll shoot a couple.
Well, that time you had an opportunity to see Kevin Johnson get all the way into the basket and miss. The Lakers are very lucky because they let him in. But the Suns, getting back on defense, fell asleep and left the lane wide open for Larry Drew to almost waltz to the basket.
Jeff Hornacek will check back in now for Phoenix.
Replacing KJ.
Replaces Kevin Johnson. So it's Hornacek, Marley, Eddie Johnson, Mark West, and Tom Chambers. And here's Larry Drew. First year with the Lakers, was in the Italian League last year. Long-time veteran of the NBA.
Mike Fisher.
Pat Riley asking for a little more intensity from his team. Now with Kevin Johnson out and the Suns about to go on offense, we'll take a look at the difference in the offense. They'll go to more of a passing game with a lot of cutters and pickers because they really don't have anyone with the quickness or the creativity to really create by going down the lane the way Kevin Johnson does.
Larry Drew will guard Hornacek. Eddie Johnson. Orlando Woolridge is on him. Hornacek cans it. That's just inside the three-point line for 2. And quickly after the made basket, here come the Lakers again. Worthy, guarded by Marley. Jump ball.
You take a look right now. Marley doing a nice job playing some physical ball. Tom Chambers comes down from the top where he was supposedly guarding Orlando Woolridge to help out.
Worthy and Marley to jump. Worthy controls. Michael Cooper. Cooper and Drew in the backcourt. Worthy, Orlando Woolridge, and Vlade Divac. Traveling. Third Los Angeles turnover.
Well, with Larry Drew in the game, you wouldn't expect the tempo to slow a bit because he's a quick player for the Lakers, but they have almost to a standstill offensively.
Phoenix can tie. They've never led. Last tie was at 8 each. Mark West. Left hand hook over Divac.
There are a lot of things that Vlade Divac learned very quickly in the NBA, but one of the things he's got to continue to learn is not to let the postman get in so deeply. A guy as big and strong as Mark West, if you allow him 1 foot from the basket, he's going to go over you. But before that, he's going to go into you. And Vlade Divac was frozen by the contact created by Mark West.
West three-pointer gives Phoenix its second lead. Actually, I said they had not led. They were up 2-0. And it was last tied at 8-8, so now 31-30 Phoenix. Divac traveled.
Pat Riley can't be happy. He called a 20-second timeout because his offense has gone totally stagnant.
Well, while this 20-second timeout is being taken, let's check in with Leslie Visser. Les?
Vern, yesterday in practice, Laker assistant Bill Burka worked with Vlade Divac on 2 specific areas for playing against Mark West. Offensively, he wanted Vlade to use spin moves, go underneath Mark West, because of course you have to respect his shot blocking ability. On defense, it's just what Lenny said. He has to move him away from the basket, or probably he'll end up at the free throw line. Vern?
All right, Les. Vlade Divac, one of the more pleasant surprises of the year. Magic Johnson getting a rest right now. Divac, first-round draft choice by the Lakers, and has really come on to help Michael Thompson in that center spot, replacing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Chambers against Woolridge. Nice move to his left.
The Suns have found a matchup that they can love. On offense, Tom Chambers against Orlando Woolridge with a clear-out advantage Chambers. Defensively, Woolridge had been standing out near the three-point line, and Chambers is just sagging off him, helping out.
Drew back to Cooper. Orlando Woolridge.
Well, that'll do a lot to bring Chambers back out on him. Chambers has given him plenty of room, and Woolridge is going to have to step up to the challenge.
Chambers with 10 now.
Here's that clear out again on Woolridge. They're going to milk it for all it's worth.
Divac. We've got a loose ball foul as the call, and time has also been called.
Second team foul.
With more interior room and cargo capacity than a compact Nissan, Toyota, Chevy S10, or Ford Ranger, the mid-size Dodge Dakota Club Cab leaves the competition flat, Japanese or American. A sizable advantage, no matter how you stack them.
Now get up to $2,000 cash back on selected trucks.
Time for the All-State Good Hands Award. Based on his total steals, rebounds, and assist-to-turnover ratio throughout the regular season, Darrell Walker had the best hands in the NBA. And this slick steal and breakaway layup is just one reason we can say, good hands, Darrell. That's the All-State Good Hands Award. And remember, you're in good hands with All-State, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
If you've got yourself a car and you've got yourself a house, you could be on your way to some very nice savings. Because with Allstate Homeowners Insurance and an excellent driving record, you could save up to 15% on your auto insurance. And 15% could mean big money for all the important little things. What a day. The Allstate Auto Advantage, another reason. You're in good hands with Allstate. A member of the Sears Financial Network.
NBA playoffs continue tomorrow on CBS. It begins with a basketball show at 12:30 Eastern Time, and then an Eastern Conference semifinal Game 4. Chicago, Philadelphia. Jordan with 49 last night. Barkley at 34.
I'll tell you, those two in the fourth quarter of that game, it looked like one of those old gladiator films. You know, I was looking for subtitles. The Battle of the Titans here, matching one against the other.
That's the first game of our doubleheader, and then in the second game, most of you will see Detroit against New York in their Game 4. Others of you will watch our Game 4 here, the Lakers against Phoenix. That's the second half of the doubleheader tomorrow on CBS. San Antonio has shaved the deficit against Portland. They now trail by 2. Here, Phoenix has gone up by 1, 33-32. Larry Drew, Worthy, Cooper, Orlando Woolridge, and Divac for Los Angeles. Chambers, West, Eddie Johnson, Hornacek, and Marley for Phoenix.
Vern, it's quite a battle between Marley and Worthy inside under the basket.
Divac has that deflected and tipped out of bounds.
Non-contact sport, huh? These two guys go at it.
9:20 remaining in the first half. Divac outside. Cleared by Worthy. Tries to feed it inside. It's taken away by Mark West. 3-on-2. Hornacek. Great pass. Oh, boy. Dan Marley with a great touch pass.
Unselfish. That's what the Suns have to do. They have to play together as a squad. They don't have as much firepower to go one-on-one.
Away from the ball, they got James Worthy. You saw a prelude to that on the last time down the court. Second foul on Worthy.
Well, Dan Marley can do that to you because of his physical play. He can start working on you mentally and force you out of your approach to the game. James Worthy is more of a finesse player rather than a power player, and he get mixed up with Marley banging heads. Something's going to happen.
Magic Johnson replaces Larry Drew, and he's back on Hornacek now. Oh, deflected by Michael Cooper. Johnson to Worthy. Devon saves it for Los Angeles, and Johnson takes the shot.
Magic Johnson.
Magic has impact right away as soon as he gets in this ball game.
Suns with a hurried shot. Los Angeles running again. Michael Cooper. Now he's got his range after that fall-down shot.
He's also got his confidence. That time, without hesitation, he pulled up on the break. That causes concern for Cotton Fitzsimmons, and also a reason to put Kevin Johnson back in to try to ignite his or reignite his offense.
Kevin Johnson getting ready to get back in the lineup. We're nearing the 8-minute mark in the first half. LA up by 1. Marley puts Phoenix back on top. 4 points for Marley.
And guys like Dan Marley, in scoring like that, do a lot in keeping the Laker defense honest and not allowing them to sag too much.
Marley and Worthy continue their battle. Loose ball foul on Jeff Hornacek.
Foul on number 14, Jeff Hornacek. His first 13th foul. KJ returns to
Kevin Johnson getting ready to come back in the lineup. So is Byron Scott. So they'll be matched up against each other. Hornacek gets a rest, and so does James Worthy.
He'll replace James Worthy.
With the lineup the Lakers have out there now, Magic Johnson is now the small forward. Look for him to really work as the hub of the offense, inside the post, hitting the open people, and maybe scoring with an opportunity here and there.
Magic with Marley on him, trying to force him that direction, and does. They'll give him the baseline. They don't want him going to the middle. Kevin Johnson, Michael Cooper. Look for West in the low post. Turns around on Devon and puts in a left hook. Almost the same move it was a while ago.
And it took that one strong step that kind of backed Devon up. Vlade's going to have to hold his ground some kind of way. If he can't do that, he's got to keep West from getting the ball.
7 minutes remaining first half. Game 3, Western Conference semifinals. Good job of denial by Tom Chambers.
Poor job by Byron Scott in feeding the post. Threw it to the wrong side, right to the defender.
Kevin Johnson, little pick and roll with Mark West. Marley dribbles it off his foot.
Traveling violation, timeout. Suns.
And a violation called against the Phoenix Suns. 6:34 to go first half. Phoenix is up by 3.
Schick, the official razor of the NBA, presents Close Shaves. In Red Back's final season as coach, the Celtics are tested to the limit by Oscar Robertson and the Cincinnati Royals. Each team wins twice on the road, but the final game is played in Boston. In a classic example of team play, the Celtics win a close shave 5th game and begin their quest for an 8th consecutive NBA crown.
Let me get this straight. You're Jim?
Yeah, people mix us up a lot. I'm John. He's Jim. Mr. Three-Point Shooter used to miss 3 points on his face till I got him to shave with a Slim Twin disposable. I'm John.
It has a narrow head.
Just like our little brother Mikey. So you can shave hard-to-reach places.
It's got a special bar to keep the blades clean. I thought he was John.
The Slim Twin disposable reaches every place on every face.
Who are you?
I'm the guy with the narrow head.
From Schick.
What's your first priority? Miss Crowley.
Well, I'm assuming there's product in the pipeline, so...
Assuming, Miss Crowley. Unfortunately, assuming doesn't feed the bulldog.
The top business schools prepare you for every eventuality you will ever encounter in the business world. Except one, business travel. We've got that one covered. United. Come fly the friendly skies.
How can Miss Crowley's 3-person sales force stay on top of her far-flung enterprise?
Air
Jordan airlifts the Bulls against Barkley and the Sixers, followed by Pistons Knicks or Lakers Suns. It all starts with the basketball show Sunday.
Phoenix Suns continue their torrid pace from the floor, hitting 67%. They've outscored LA 24-8 in inside scoring. Worthy with 10. Chambers has 12 points. But despite only 50% shooting thus far for LA, offensive rebounds have really given them excellent chances.
Well, they've needed that because they hadn't been connecting, particularly from the outside. That's pretty much what's kept it close for them. On the other hand, though, the Suns, you talk about Cotton Fitzsimmons' worry about their focus. When you can get that many points in the paint, you know that you're determined.
Well, they were down by 8 at one point to Los Angeles in the first quarter. They've come back and equaled their largest lead now of 39-36, Portland and San Antonio. The margin is also 3 points in that game. Nice pass. Magic Johnson to Vlade Divac.
And again, the intelligence of Magic Johnson. It didn't hurry. Saw the switch with Kevin Johnson on Divac and figured the closest place to the basket to throw the ball was right up there.
Chambers, Johnson with a rebound. Kevin Johnson hurries back to guard Michael Cooper. That was the pick from A.C. Green. Johnson with a scoop shot. Putback is good. Los Angeles back on top.
After the double team, the Magic split. There's no one back to defend. Phoenix is going to have to make a decision on that double team on the pick and roll.
Johnson with an air ball. Here's Scott. Has to slow it down.
We'll see if Phoenix has made that decision. On a pick and roll, they're either going to have to double and get some weak side over.
Mark West over A.C. Green for the rebound off Johnson's missed three-pointer. Kevin Johnson, Mark West, Chambers, Eddie Johnson, and Dan Marley on the court now for Phoenix. A.C. Green has drawn the assignment of watching Mark West right now. Divac on Chambers. Oh, good post move.
Chambers didn't rush at that time. He waited to take the double team and found an opening down right in front of the basket. Again, Divac lets his man get one step from the hoop, and then he takes him.
That's a three-pointer off the backboard. Chased down by the Lakers.
Laker perimeter game is misfiring right now. So when I said you have to make a decision on the pick and roll, I think Phoenix is going to allow the guy coming off to take the jump shot since they haven't proven that they can make it.
Double team on Divac. Good rotation. Back to Johnson. 3-second violation called on Vlade Divac. Well, Divac showing a little bit of that inexperience at both ends of the court.
Well, it's difficult for the big guy when there's so much ball movement, so many people giving you up fakes, that it's difficult for the big guy to realize who's going to shoot and when. And that time he thought a shot was going to be taken and wound up in the lane too long.
Michael Thompson replaces Divac. Suns prowl the baseline. Eddie Johnson, Rambis, West. The double team from A.C. Green leaves Rambis open. That's the tactic that worked the other night. Jump ball. A.C. Green and Mark West.
You can take a look at Mark West and A.C. Green. Look at the eyes right there. Wasn't very happy, but he's determined. And as Pat Riley said, the situation dictates his team's readiness. They haven't been able to hit the outside shots, but looking at A.C. Green's eyes and his intensity, you know that they know that this is a game they have to win. They don't want to play tomorrow being down 2-1.
Lakers chase it down. A.C. Green to Magic Johnson. Well, in effect, this is now a 5-game series, and the whole home court advantage belongs to Phoenix. Cotton Fitzsimmons says, no. I don't believe that. But mathematically, that's the case. Byron Scott's shot too long. Kevin Johnson. Bounce pass to Eddie Johnson.
I mean, really, there's not a lot to say about what Kevin Johnson means to that Suns offense. You saw it right there, another illustration.
Nice pass. Well, Kevin Johnson down low, knocks it away, but draws a foul. Portland over San Antonio by 1. They're game 4. We're in game 3 here. The series tied 1 game apiece.
Non-shooting.
Kevin Johnson's first foul, non-shooting foul. Michael Cooper getting ready to come back in for the Lakers. AC Green. Perfect.
AC Green.
We saw him hit what, 10 in a row like that before the game?
And all with that beautiful form, too, looking at the basket, squaring up.
Illegal defense called against the Lakers. That's the second, will result in a technical foul. A full house at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. 43-42 Phoenix with 3:01 to go in the first half. Magic wants an explanation of what was illegal. Eddie Johnson cans the technical free throw.
And the Suns retain possession.
Irvin appears satisfied with the explanation he got. Rambis, Johnson, West, Eddie Johnson, and Kevin Johnson, along with Marley, now on the floor for Phoenix. There's Mark West. Michael Thompson with the rebound.
And you notice in that play, as compared to Divac, Thompson didn't give up any ground.
Now Worthy, 10 points in the first half. First quarter of play. None in this quarter. Here's Michael Cooper, Kevin Johnson. Goes right by Cooper. Oh, boy. Right by Michael Cooper. AC Green, a running scoop shot, and he draws the foul.
Plays like that take your heart. After a great penetration play by Kevin Johnson, the Lakers, instead of standing around being disappointed, they run right back at you. They send a statement.
And as a result, they cut the lead to 2 with 2:19 to go first half.
Are these the international rules?
For a word he knows. He's going for a 2-syllable word, ladies and gentlemen.
Europe,
426.
it's a continent.
Just stick with 1-syllable words, he's fine. Hold your hand right there. Okay, Mumbly Peg! Mumbly Peg with darts!
Levi's 100% cotton Dockers. If they're not Dockers, they're just pants.
You guys have any food?
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
killer
dun,
shark.
dun, dun.
I think you should go back
Do you
to
think
the
the
office.
wave needs words?
We'll get you back to the game in a moment. I'm Pat O'Brien in our New York studios. Coming up on the Prudential at the half, we'll bring you up to date on today's playoff action around the NBA, including the Knicks win at Madison Square Garden earlier. We'll also check in on the chief antagonists in the other Eastern Conference semifinal, Michael Jordan and Sir Charles Barkley. All that and much, much more at a familiar place, the Prudential at the half. Let's get you back to the game.
46-44 after a great Phoenix play by Kevin Johnson. The Lakers come right back with AC Green and keep the lead at 2.
Well, this is what makes the Lakers so mentally tough. Right now, they've been scored upon with a great move by Kevin Johnson, but instead of standing around and holding their heads low, immediately after getting the ball inbounds, they create an opportunity of their own by getting down court. Phoenix Suns have to think about this throughout the game. That puts a lot of mental stress on you when you're involved in a game close as this one because of the Lakers' ability to come right back at you.
And there's the man who makes it happen, Irvin Magic Johnson. AC Green will be shooting. Lead is 1. Johnson, Rambis, Chambers, Dan Marley, and another Johnson, Kevin and Keddy. Kevin and Eddie both on the court. Chambers with an elbow. Yep, they got him.
Tom Chambers knew it, went and got the ball. He may have wanted to go over and tell the official something, but a great job by AC Green. The Lakers have been doing a nice job of not giving up ground here. And AC Green beats Chambers to the spot.
Final 2 minutes of the first half. 46-45. Michael Cooper looks for Worthy. Double team. Eddie Johnson drops down. Now Magic Johnson leans in and does not get the foul call. 24-second shot clock violation. Magic thought he was going to go to the free throw line.
And Vern, what the Lakers want to do is post up with James Worthy and spread everyone out on the perimeter and allow him to pick on the double team who's been left open. The Suns are doing a nice job of disguising that.
Michael Cooper shows some emotion after being called for the foul.
Michael Cooper, his first in the last 2 minutes.
First of the last 2 minutes. Eddie Johnson will inbound now to Kurt Rambis. Eddie Johnson will go to work on Orlando Woolridge. Fadeaway jumper is good.
Good defense by Woolridge. Not a whole lot he could do about that one. EJ just made a nice shot there.
Lead back to 3. Then a seesaw. Denial by Dan Marley.
In the penalty. Fouls on number 9.
And the foul is on Marley. At the conclusion of our game, Len Elmore and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game in conjunction with the award. Light Beer presents a check in the amount of $1,000 in that player's name for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society.
Penalty shot.
Thompson gets the first. Long time with Portland, short time with San Antonio, acquired in 1986.
And a good time with the LA Lakers.
Yes. Remember sitting with Pat Riley in the middle of that 86 season, says, we got a guy in San Antonio we want who's going to be a big key, and he has been. Orlando Woolridge called with this foul.
Well, Orlando Woolridge is looking like a guy who's been picked upon, but it depends on whether it doesn't matter whether he's guarding Tom Chambers or Eddie Johnson. They're trying to go at him, and I'm talking about the Phoenix Suns, isolate him in one-on-one situations.
Hornacek replaces Kevin Johnson, and Mark West comes back in. He replaced Tom Chambers. Eddie Johnson, who had been 16 of 19 in the playoffs, missed that last one. Is now 2 of 3 today. Lead is 2. Final 55 seconds, first half. Johnson, Rambis.
Lakers can't go into the locker room without getting a good shot.
AC Green takes the shot. Woolridge jumps up and gets the rebound. Knocked clear. Hornacek saves it. Crowd on its feet. 12 on the shot clock. 8-second differential. Johnson.
They got another opportunity, the Lakers do. They have to feel good about themselves if they get off a good shot. If not, there's going to be an awful lot of yelling amongst each other.
Magic Johnson.
That's as good as it gets with Magic Johnson. That little soft hook shot. Final 5 seconds. Johnson. But for the second time in 3 games, Phoenix leads at the half. At halftime, 51-49, Pat O'Brien and Bill Raftery will be along with the Prudential at the half after this message.
Hey, thanks, man. Stay cool.
We tested STP oil treatment under the worst possible conditions. In the taxi cabs of New York City. The result? Engine lift wear was reduced by up to 50%. And now there's an STP for your newer car, too.
You know what's so special about this STP son of a gun protection?
It's the eccentric molecular structural units, which form linear polymorphic bonding sites at the onset of induced atmospheric propulsion.
In other words, it'll make your car look real good when you shoot it. Son of a gun. What a difference.
If you choose to finance or lease your new GM vehicle someplace other than GMAC, you might find yourself waiting in line instead of out hugging one. GMAC. Nobody wants to get you into your new GM car or truck faster.
Hollywood's golden boy is back, and so's Al Floss.
Why would anyone hate me? What? Shut up, I'm thinking!
The famous Teddy Z. Then Golden Girl Estelle Getty, the new city manager.
Get on the bus, Gianni. We've got a city to run.
When an all-new city returns. All tonight on CBS.
Monday, cosmetic surgery junkies. They just can't stop nipping and tucking. And life's a cabaret for designing women's Dixie Carter on Face to Face with Connie Chung Monday.
CBS Sports presents The Prudential at the Half, sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Well, balanced basketball by both teams. The Suns lead the Lakers 51-49 at the half. And hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien, and welcome again to the Prudential at the half. Lots of basketball going on today. We've got some bonus coverage for you because out at the Hemisphere in San Antonio, they're playing Game 4 between the Trail Blazers and San Antonio. Let's send you out there now and Greg Gumbel. Greg?
And welcome to those of you who've been watching the LA Lakers Phoenix Suns game. Greg Gumbel along with Quinn Buckner and Andrea Joyce here at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, where the Spurs have come back from a first quarter deficit to lead 56-45 with just about 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Clyde Drexler has been the spark plug for Portland, but San Antonio has come back in a rush in the second period. Robinson hits the deck as the whistle blows. David Robinson with 11 points. Clyde Drexler 19 points and 3 blocked shots as the Spurs were able to get their running gear in the second quarter and get back into it and in fact grab the lead. There's David Robinson.
You know, David is having a little seat right now, but what he did was he stopped the penetration of the Portland Trail Blazers, and Clyde Drexler was one of them early in the first quarter who had penetrated to the point he had 16 points. He only has 19 now, so you have to feel that David Robinson's presence in the middle caused that for Clyde not to happen as well. But the other thing with David Robinson was he got fast breaks going in the other end. He either blocked the shot, got a hand on the ball, and San Antonio was able to capitalize going in the other direction.
This is his opposite number at the line, Cliff Robinson, the rookie. And the problem Rick Adelman has with Portland is that his starting center, Kevin Duckworth, out with a broken right hand. Backup center, Wayne Cooper, sidelined today by back spasms. Burkowski has come off the bench for 6. 58-47 as we approach a minute and a half for the first half. Kersey. And there's a whistle on the play. Kersey will go to the line. That one on Terry Cummings.
Number 34, Terry Cummings at second.
Larry Brown engineering quite a turnaround this season here in San Antonio. Spurs went from 21-61 last year to 56-26 in the Midwest Division Championship.
Well, I think Larry did an outstanding job in putting the club together and coaching it. Getting David Robinson didn't hurt, but when you put people in here like Terry Cummings, I think that helped. But I'll tell you somebody they don't talk about, and Larry will, is Maurice Cheeks helped this team grow up some too. The trade was made in a good trade for both clubs, but Cheeks was able to give some early stability, and now David Robinson has the confidence that he could play on this level.
What a quick move by Terry Cummings around his man on the far side. And it's a 12-point lead for the Spurs. Cummings has 19. Strickland for Wingate. You'd have to say things are going well for San Antonio. 50 seconds to play. 20. Drexler almost had the steal.
Now, Rick Adelman's club has not been that aggressive, I don't think, here in the first half. They've played, but clearly San Antonio has been aggressive here. They've come up with loose ball, offensive rebound.
Strickland found Caldwell Jones on the baseline that was batted out of bounds with exactly 30 seconds to play, and Larry Brown wants a 20-second timeout right here.
But Larry's taking his 22nd, and it's a good one. Now, you have a chance here. There's a 16-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. But here's a chance to say, guys, we can get some points here, so let's make sure we get a good shot out of this thing.
You see number 27, Caldwell Jones, right there. That man is in his 17th season out of Albany State. In his rookie year, Larry Brown was a first-year coach for the Carolina Cougars. Sean Elliott, his teammate, was in the first grade.
Well, on that note, we've been joined here in our studios, as we have been all day. Joined, you've been here all day. Bill Raftery's here, and what do you think of that? Nice to be home for San Antonio, huh?
Well, quite a turnaround. In the game, Drexler had a great start, but all of a sudden the defense, and when you have David Robinson in the back, you can play aggressively, but it's opened up Rod Strickland's game. Fast breaking, dishing, and that's his style.
Earlier today here on CBS and in the East, the Knicks beat Detroit 111-103. Patrick Ewing had a monster day. The Knicks are back in it. Detroit leads the series 2-1. Only one early baseball score to report. Frank Viola of the Mets became the first pitcher to win 7 games in this young season. Viola scattered 4 hits as he and his teammates dispatched the Dodgers 7-zip over at Shea. And at the half, returns from New York City and places everywhere after a commercial. Stay with us.
That was all wrong. We belong together.
I know.
So let's get married.
Buy a big house.
Sure, we're gonna hit it big, kid. Stocks, bonds. We're on our way to Rainbow City.
In the movies, happy endings are easy, but in the real world, they take solid planning. So for investment advice, peace of mind, even buying or selling a home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Newhart's got only 2 shows left, and look who's talking.
Dick! Baby Steph called me Dick.
I wonder what she wants. Newhart, The Last Laps, Monday. Danny DeVito has a problem. His mother, Billy Crystal, has a different problem.
I'm going out of my mind!
His ex-wife. Now he wants him to commit the perfect crime.
I kill your wife, you kill my mama. That's fair.
Join Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito for laughs in Throw Mama from the Train, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
Always first. Charles Manson hadn't talked to anyone for years, but he talked to Inside Report first. Some called it religion, others called it murder. And when Sarah Aldretti wanted to set the record straight, she told us first. Financier Henry Gehrman stole millions from his clients, and when he wanted to tell his side, he told Inside Report first. When you want the inside story first, you'll get it from Inside Report.
You know, Chuck, you can't beat the feel of a new car.
You're right, Janice. A new car. Dream about.
Get 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or 900 cash back on Taurus. Plus 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or 900 back on Tempo.
I was dreaming of another basketball championship.
You said it yourself, Coach. Sometimes dreams do come true.
See your Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Bill Brown, Plymouth east of Farmington, Royal Oak Ford, Woodward south of 12 Mile, Pat Milliken, Telegraph south of Plymouth.
Halftime
Halftime of Game 3, the Western Conference semifinal, and for the second time in 3 games, the Phoenix Suns lead at the half. They had the lead in Game 1, 53-51. Very well-played game, Len Elmore.
Well, so far, both teams have done what we expect them to do, is to push it up. Defensively, though, I think the Suns have surprised the Lakers a bit. They've done a nice job of switching on people and preventing them from getting easy baskets in their half court.
Cotton Fitzsimmons is standing by live with Leslie Visser. Les?
Cotton, you're home, you're ahead by 2. What have you done well, and what would you like to improve?
Well, we've shot well. The 2 areas we have to stop them is the runouts after we make goals. I think they've made 7 out of 10 on that. And also those long rebounds. They're getting too many offensive rebounds. We haven't had an offensive rebound in the game yet.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Vern.
All right, Leslie. Cotton said he'd be glad to talk to Leslie as long as he wasn't down by 20. He's up by 2, 51-49, back right after this message.
When? Friday? You're kidding. We're getting company from Russia.
Order me some Russian flags. 1,500. We'll make it 2,500. And we're bringing into Hamilton on this route. It's really good. Требуйте оценить значение того события, которое неизбежно.
When you have these, why would you need a Black & Decker Power Ratchet? Because it's faster, easier, and works in lots of places manual wrenches can't. The Black & Decker Power Ratchet. It's really turning a lot of heads.
Michelin high-performance radials. Everything you would expect from a Michelin, only faster.
Describe McDonald's in 3 little words.
3 little words. Big Mac, fries, Coke.
Clean, clean, clean.
Butch, Gerald, David. See, I met them all right here.
Toy, Happy Meals.
Fresh, deaf, cooking. Extraordinary, innovative, convenient. Filet-O-Fish.
You know the one McDonald's.
Food, folks, fun.
Yum, yum, yum.
CBS Sports coverage of the 1990 NBA playoffs is sponsored by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA. UPS for guaranteed overnight delivery from coast to coast. UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business. And by Armor All, because only Armor All works like Armor All.
Halftime in Phoenix with the Suns up by 2. Cotton Fitzsimmons choose to see the bottle half empty instead of half full. You heard him talk about the lack of offensive rebounds, but it's a little misleading.
Well, many times you have statistics that don't tell a true story, and no offensive rebounds, but when you're shooting 61% from the field, there aren't an awful lot of offensive rebounds to get. Cotton's always been the pessimist.
Here are the inside scoring. Phoenix with 28 points in the paint, the Lakers with 15. And Tom Chambers with 14 points. There's the field goal percentage, but of course the offensive rebounds have kept LA within 2.
Well, their offense has gone stagnant, and that's one of the things that has kept them in the game by hitting the boards. But they're going to have to, in the second half, find a way to get some people free because of the Phoenix Suns defense. And if they can't do that and this game stays close, that could tell a story, not being able to execute down the stretch.
Halftime, San Antonio has stormed from behind to have a 9 and 11-point lead in hopes of evening up that game, that series at 2 games each. Cotton Fitzsimmons, who will someday give way to Paul Westphal as the head coach of the Phoenix Suns. Paul already on his staff, and Cotton said there's no timetable. I don't know when that change will be made. There is a new gymnasium that is to be built here in Phoenix, and Cotton said ideally he'd like to coach the last game here and have Paul coach the first game in the new one, but the timetable's been set back a year, so who knows. Kevin Johnson, Tom Chambers, Hornacek, West, and Rambis. And it's taken away from Tom Chambers.
And that's one of the plays that the Lakers thought they'd have to defense well. Chambers got the ball in good shape, but then fumbled it. Those are opportunities he can't afford to lose because his shots have been hard to come by.
Worthy, Johnson. There's the double team Rambis, and that leaves Worthy wide open. That's the 11th assist for Magic Johnson. 11. We're tied at 51. Pick and roll. Johnson passes on Chambers, finds Hornacek, who dishes off to Rambis. There is the all-time leading shooter in field goal percentage in NBA playoff history, believe it or not, Kurt Rambis.
Well, I believe it, although it might be a little misleading when you play with the Lakers and now the Suns and you got great penetrators. Those are the shots you'll get.
Byron Scott evens it up again. Rambis, for his career, hitting 58%, but that's a little misleading. He hasn't had that many shots, and most of them, as Glenn said, have been from inside 5 feet. Johnson, nice move. Take a look at the men that Rambis leads. What's wrong with this picture, Len?
Absolutely nothing, in that Kurt Rambis still has to make the shot. But again, you play with a Magic Johnson, you play with a Kevin Johnson, and their penetrating skills, you're always around the basket. You're going to get some very high percentage shots. You still have to make them, though.
56-53 after the three-point play by Kevin Johnson, who's now got 11 points. Hornacek on Magic Johnson. Worthy had 10 first-quarter points. None in the second. Michael Thompson, there's the double team from Chambers. The rotation, the third pass to Worthy leaves him open. Nice play.
Great ball movement, and that's one of the things that'll shake the offense out of its doldrums, by moving that ball.
From the corner, Chambers no good. Welcome those of you who've been watching the San Antonio-Portland game. We're early in the third quarter here in Phoenix. Vern Lundquist, Len Elmore, and Leslie Visser with Phoenix up by 1, 56-55, just under 10 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Tom Chambers, back to Hornacek. 10 on the shot clock. Hornacek takes it, cans it.
Well, that's one of the things that has been very successful for the Suns. They've been picking and choosing their spots to hit the perimeter shot. Hornacek spotting up nicely, but overall they've been getting high percentage shots with the penetration of Kevin Johnson. The Lakers, on the other hand, have had difficulty in getting their half-court offense going, but they started with some good ball movement in this half.
Hornacek steps in and makes the steal. Here's Kevin Johnson, 2 on 3, and he'll take the jumper anyway. Rims out. Worthy to Johnson, and the Lakers keep the pace fast. That's off the mark for 3.
One of the few bad shots you'll see Magic take. Suns with 3 guys back. Magic pulled up near the three-point area with no rebounders and took that shot.
Kevin Johnson back to Hornacek. He drives the lane and throws it up. Tripped by AC Green. Bring you up to date. Lakers hitting 48%, Phoenix 62. Inside scoring overwhelmingly in favor of Phoenix. Worthy with 14 points and Chambers with 14. That last foul was on Magic Johnson and not AC Green.
And a lot of those 34 points that Phoenix has inside the paint have been layups or penetration and dish moves by Kevin Johnson.
That shot short. No legs under it for Kevin Johnson. But Phoenix gets the ball back. First offensive rebound of the ball game for Phoenix. And an air ball from Johnson. Makes the steal, drives, and will shoot 2. Who got the foul? Michael Thompson.
A little bit of carelessness here by Michael Thompson after getting the rebound. Kevin Johnson was just hiding in the bushes, so to speak.
Just to bring you up to date, the Lakers had an 8-point first half lead at one time in the first quarter. They led by 3 at the end of the first period of play. But Phoenix came back to lead by 2 at halftime, 51-49, and Kevin Johnson misses the free throw.
Kenny Glenn to the scorer's table. Kenny Glenn.
Magic Johnson, AC Green, Michael Thompson, Byron Scott, and James Worthy for the Lakers. Largest lead of the game now, 59-55. Back to Worthy after Rambis let him go.
You can't emphasize enough, Vern, the movement of the ball, whether it's passing it or whether it's dribbling it and drawing someone to help out and finding an open man. That's what's going to keep the Lakers half-court offense from being as stagnant as it was in the first half.
Tom Chambers. Byron Scott gets the pass from Magic Johnson, guarded by Kevin Johnson. The post up by Magic. Worthy again. He's got 16. Magic Johnson swipes at it. Kevin Johnson retains it. Mark West works for position. Fouled by Michael Thompson. That's 3. See if they make the move to Vlade Divac. They are not going to.
Michael Thompson does a nice job of trying to push Mark West out. He gets called for it. What he may have to do, though, instead of standing there and waiting for West to come to him, step up a little bit and try and beat West to the spot, because West is just too strong once he gets anchored inside.
Johnson. He's got 14.
He gets enough respect, and that time he was asking for more, but he rocked Byron Scott to sleep and pulled up for the jumper.
Byron Scott down low. Mark West tracks it down, and here comes Phoenix. Kevin Johnson on the run. They lead by 4. Spin move. Off the double team, Johnson throws it off AC Green. It'll be Phoenix to inbound. 6:56 to go in the third quarter. Phoenix up by 4.
Back here at the Coliseum, you know, last week here they had a Pat Riley look-alike contest, and the winner, surprisingly, was none other than the longtime mascot from the Phoenix Suns, the Gorilla. Champ, what do you think was the key to your winning the competition? I'm sure Pat will be impressed at the flattery. Hey, Vern, you think there's a spot for this guy on the basketball show?
I think Mr. Bill and Mr. Pat should be joined by Mr. Gorilla. There's Pat. Oh, dear.
A new fashion statement.
He may be the best. Poor Cotton Fitzsimmons went out to Los Angeles for game 1, and Cotton likes his image as a well-dressed man. He forgot his $90 dress shirt and had to wear Joe Prosky, the trainer's golf shirt. And it looked like butterflies were coming out of either end. We're back to play. Cotton said he'd be sure and have his nice shirt on today, and he does. Kevin Johnson, Jeff Hornacek. That's Chambers with the pick, allowing Johnson to drive. The putback by Tom Chambers. Magic Johnson with a look of disbelief.
What happened that time, the Lakers practiced yesterday on the pick and roll, trying to keep Kevin Johnson from getting that step into the basket. That time he still got to the basket despite James Worthy and created that play.
This will be a foul on Jeff Hornacek.
You see James Worthy step out, but he didn't step out wide enough, and Kevin Johnson still made it around the corner and got right into the lane. And when he gets there, he creates an awful lot of pressure on the Laker defense.
Magic Johnson will shoot. Vlade Divac getting ready to come in. Last foul on Jeff Hornacek. Largest lead of the game for Phoenix now. It was on Tom Chambers, I beg your pardon. And that's his third. Hornacek thought it was on him, so did I. Now Michael Thompson will get a rest, and Vlade Divac from Belgrade, Yugoslavia, comes in.
One of the reasons Vlade Divac is in the game, aside from giving Michael Thompson a rest, again, is his shot blocking capabilities. They need someone to seal off that middle if Johnson, again, should get into the middle, into the lane. Now, they're going to run. The Suns are a lot more pick and rolls. Cotton Fitzsimmons thinks that's the best play in basketball. You don't have to sit all day to draw up getting a good shot.
Chambers. San Antonio leads by 12 in their game, hoping to even it up. Here's Worthy. Turns right against Rambis. Hornacek. He'll take it. Byron Scott clears it for Los Angeles.
Phoenix still doing a nice job of getting back, forcing the Lakers into a half-court offensive set, and their players are still standing around, no ball movement.
67-61 Phoenix. The series tied a game apiece. Game 4 here tomorrow.
Look at Hornacek battling Magic for position inside.
And how about the steal by Hornacek? Nice feed from Rambis inside to Mark West. Chambers picks up the loose ball. That's for 3.
With the Lakers talking this over right now, they recognize that it's more their offense that's put them in this hole. They haven't been able to get good shots. They've had turnovers primarily because they've been standing around and the Suns have been more active. They have got to get down and create some movement on the offensive end to generate some scoring. Then defensively, they've got to get some people back and find a way to cut off the penetration and then the dish by the Phoenix guards. Kevin Johnson, you have to play him honest, but you've also got to cover the people standing on the perimeter like the Jeff Hornacek and the Tom Chambers, because right now that's what's killing the Lakers.
Magic Johnson drives the lane and he'll shoot a couple of free throws. Just to clear the record, let's go back to a foul that was called a minute or so ago. That foul was on Jeff Hornacek. It was not on Tom Chambers, so Tom Chambers is not playing with 3 fouls. Could be very significant in the 4th quarter. There's Chambers, who just hit the 3-pointer.
Well, out of that 20-second timeout, as you see Michael Cooper coming in, Magic Johnson is the kind of guy you want out there because he can force the issue, so to speak, and that's what he did on this particular foul. He willed himself down that lane to get fouled.
Johnson gets them both. Michael Cooper replaces Byron Scott. So we'll check the lineup for Phoenix now on offense. Kevin Johnson, Mark West, Rambis, Jeff Hornacek, and Tom Chambers. Here's Hornacek. Nice drive, and the dish to West. No basket.
We're in the penalty.
Hornacek instead will shoot free throws. Foul called before the shot.
Well, Jeff Hornacek on the switch with AC Green on him recognized it right away who it is that's guarding him, and knowing that AC Green's feet aren't as quick to get him and to hold him from going down the lane, Hornacek puts his head down and forces the issue. That's what the Suns have been doing all the second half, and it's paid off for him.
Hornacek's first free throw today. And now a chance for his 12th point. And a 9-point lead once again. Mark West put Body Divac on the floor as the basket was made. Phoenix up by 9. Lakers have already lost 2 games in the playoffs this year. Once to Houston, one to Phoenix. They defeated Houston 3 games to 1. Magic Johnson for 3, off the mark. West and Divac's battle. It's off Divac's Phoenix ball.
Again, you have to believe that's not the shot the Lakers want, but Magic has got no other outlets. No one's getting open. The picks aren't precise enough to free people.
Well, Pat Riley told us last night there was a problem with the offense in game 1 that cost them that victory. Here's Chambers. No. Rambis to West. A double-digit lead. It's at 11.
To add to the Laker woes, the Suns are hitting the offensive boards, and Pat Riley knows that. He's got to find a way to seal these guys off.
Timeout, Los Angeles.
To protect their car's rubber, vinyl, and plastic from the elements, most people use Armor All Protectant. That way, they know they're covered. Others just like to know they're covered. Of course, there are alternatives, but only Armor All works like Armor All.
To a young family like the Holstons, buying a house is a pretty major investment. Luckily, it's an investment they can protect. I'm State Farm Agent Greg Lemansky. Al and Holly had a lot of questions about homeowners insurance. We discussed them all, and State Farm had the answers, plus the coverage and a price that made them feel comfortable. That's a big part of our Good Neighbor service, helping people feel comfortable with their insurance.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Can you describe the experience of driving your new Eagle Talon in 10 seconds?
I could, but I'd rather show you in 6.3.
Did you know Eagle Talon is one of Automobile Magazine's top 10?
Talon has won several prestigious automotive awards, so what's one more?
Car and Driver's 10 Best.
(74-63), an 11-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. They trailed by as many as 8 in the first quarter. Earlier today, Detroit fell to New York. A huge game from Patrick Ewing, 45 points, 13 rebounds. What a big game for Phoenix and Los Angeles here, Len Elmore, in Game 3.
Well, again, this is the first game of a 5-game series, and we mentioned before the Lakers don't want to be down 2-1 and have to play tomorrow. The Suns, on the other hand, have all these people around them to kind of buoy their spirits, and they're playing with a lot of emotion out here. They're doing things that they necessarily have to, and they're forcing the issue offensively, taking their mismatches and taking them right to the basket and forcing the Lakers to foul or give up the score.
Michael Cooper. Back to Magic Johnson. Rambis working on Worthy. There's the double team from Chambers. That leaves Orlando Woolridge open. Misses the shot. Divac. And it's taken away by Chambers, who gets it to Kevin Johnson. The fake by Chambers? No. But Mark West and Divac will jump it. And Chambers is sick with himself.
Well, he's definitely got to talk to himself about that. It was an easy opportunity for him. This is what he wants to do. He gets Worthy up in the air, and he has a running start to the basket. That's what he excels at the most. Divac does a nice job of tying up West.
Control by West. Kevin Johnson. And Divac and Cooper were both on him. See who gets the foul. Michael Cooper picks up his second.
Bear in mind, and we've said it over and over again, but the Suns are not willing to sit back here and try to hold on to this lead and play conservatively. Every opportunity they get, every opening they see, they're going to the basket, forcing the Lakers to play defense. You know, when you have good teams such as the Lakers with their tradition and the other teams admire them, many teams have the tendency to sit back and admire and to respect them. What the Phoenix Suns are doing right now is disrespecting the Lakers and their myth, and they're going right at them, forcing them to play basketball on this court.
And as a result, the lead is now 13. Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis with the foul.
Fouls on Kurt Rambis, his third.
That's 3 on Rambis. San Antonio still leading by 13 over Portland. If San Antonio wins, that series will be tied at 2 games apiece. Third foul on Kurt Rambis. Still wearing the ever-familiar black frame glasses. And Worthy misses the free throw.
In practice yesterday, you could look at the Lakers and they were quiet, not a lot of joking around. We talked to Pat Riley later on that day. He thought his team was all business, that was the approach he wanted, and that indicated the intensity. But right now, the Lakers are doing some uncharacteristic things, particularly on defense, and that is hanging themselves out to dry by giving up the easy baskets, not helping each other.
Worthy backs away from Rambis. He finds Chambers on the baseline, though. See what Chambers can do with Orlando Woolridge. He's got 25. The lead is 14. Nice defensive job by Chambers, but Woolridge with a terrific shot.
Well, Woolridge has to generate some offense because not too many people out here are getting the one-on-one situation. And when Woolridge gets it on time, Chambers, he's got to make him work.
Hornacek with the penetration. Back to 14. And Hornacek's got 14. Magic Johnson. Foul away from the ball on Mark West.
You take a look at this play. The Suns were ready for the half-court pressure put on them by the Lakers. The Lakers usually don't press unless, you know, they're behind or they have a situation where they can exploit the ball handlers. They've been afraid pretty much of Kevin Johnson's quickness, but now that they're behind, they really don't have an alternative.
Magic Johnson and Hornacek harassed him again.
Again, a loss of focus. The Lakers are becoming unglued right now.
Hornacek. The lead is 17. Magic Johnson gets two off the glass at the other end. This is Kevin Johnson and Michael Cooper. They'll clear out to Kevin Johnson.
Cooper did a nice job of preventing Johnson from getting to the basket.
Hornacek is unstoppable all of a sudden.
And that's because Hornacek, playing against Magic Johnson, again, is not in awe. He's taking it right to Magic and saying, we're both mortals out here. Let's see who can do the best job.
Pretty decent move by Orlando Woolridge.
Defensively is where the Lakers now have to make their stand. They're still allowing people into the lane and dishing out to wide open people on the perimeter.
Rambis finds Hornacek. Looks inside for Mark West. Back to Chambers. Foul on Worthy. Third foul on James Worthy.
Tom Chambers probably has the feeling right now. See him a little slow getting up. He's shaken up. But what the Lakers have wanted to do with Chambers on the left side of the floor is really jump to his right. James Worthy couldn't get there quickly enough. Tom Chambers primarily a right-handed driver. And the Lakers always want to get to his right hand to force him to put it on the floor to his left if they're on the left side of the floor. On the right side of the floor, Tom Chambers can go either way, and the Lakers have difficulty there, but Worthy a little bit too late getting to that right arm.
Misfires on the first. Dan Marley comes in now, and Kevin Johnson will get a rest.
And at this point right now, you look for Dan Marley to go out there and try to put some pressure on maybe Orlando Woolridge, or even play James Worthy a little more physically inside. Those are the guys who now have been the bulk of the scoring for the Lakers. You slow them down and the Suns might be able to go home.
Michael Cooper at the point now for Los Angeles. Here's Worthy, Divac, Orlando Woolridge, and Byron Scott. There's another job of denial by Chambers, but they call the foul on him. And that will be his third.
Well, Marley came in and he now is playing the two-guard spot, playing Byron Scott. But again, his pressure on Scott is not allowing him to get the open shots. He's not even involved in the offense right now. Dan Marley, an excellent defensive player. Patton can use him in one of three positions and get an awful lot out of him.
Eddie Johnson returns to the Phoenix lineup.
Number 31, Kurt Rambis.
Kurt Rambis sits down. Woolridge gets one of two. Magic Johnson getting a rest.
And he's also focusing in. He knows what he has to do in the fourth quarter, but he needs help.
Not getting much so far in quarter number 3. Final 15 seconds. Hornacek. Good job by Scott, but the follow goes in. Tom Chambers has 28. And at the other end, the basket counts.
Lakers haven't had much of an opportunity to get that kind of play rolling when they take the ball out of the basket and take off. Hornacek, again, one of the few bad shots he's taken all day. But again, in the transition, the Lakers get it out quickly enough to try to get that basket. That could go a long way in boosting their spirits.
That's a big three-point play coming with 2.5 seconds to go in quarter number 3. That's the end of the third period with our score, Phoenix 88, Los Angeles 74. We'll return to Phoenix after this message and a word from your local station.
We tested in laboratories. We tested on the asphalt, in the parks, and on the road. We tested when it's 102 and there's no shade. And we found that when you lose fluids, minerals and energy, nothing puts them back better than a Gatorade. It's been proven again and again. But just to keep us on our toes, we test it every Sunday in front of 30 million people.
This is CBS.
I'm not going to chain myself to a nuclear power plant, but I do care about the environment. So I stopped using chemicals around the garden, switched to Ringer. Ringer Lawn Restore makes my lawn look thicker, greener, naturally healthy. And Ringer Attack pesticides control bugs biologically, not chemically. With Ringer, my lawn looks better, and I feel better.
Daddy, is it safe to play on the grass?
Sure. Much better.
Ringer Natural Lawn and Garden Products. Better for everything that grows, including people.
You know, Chuck, you can't beat the feel of a new car.
You're right, Janice. A new car is something we all dream about.
Get 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or 900 cash back on Taurus. Plus 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or 900 back on Tempo.
I was dreaming of another basketball championship.
You said it yourself, Coach. Sometimes dreams do come true.
See your Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Blackwell, Plymouth and Haggerty, Gorno, Allen north of West Road, Troy Ford, John R. south of Maple, Stark Hickey, 7 Mile and Grand River.
Missing pieces from the Coleman Young files revealed Sunday at 11.
The reason Robert isn't leaving is not because he doesn't want to be beaten on the basketball court. It's because he doesn't want to be beaten at home.
If you know of or suspect a case of child abuse, do something about it.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. Phoenix up by 14. They were outscored by 3 in quarter number 1. They led by 5 at the end of the second quarter. And a huge third quarter. Right now, let's go to Leslie Visser.
Vern, in the Lakers locker in the huddle just then, Pat Riley used an emotional approach. He said, look, let's not die out there. Stay aggressive. Let's play Laker ball. On the other end, Cotton Fitzsimmons told his team absolutely no layups. That's what they want to shoot for. We'll see if it happens, Vern.
All right, Leslie. We began the final quarter with Phoenix up by 14, 88-74. Magic Johnson back in the lineup now. Vlade Divac, Orlando Woolridge, Byron Scott, who takes the shot and hits it. So that's 5 unanswered points now for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers have to go back to taking what the defense gives them. In the second quarter, where they only scored 20 points, they had a tendency to stand around and not move the ball, and the Suns were allowed to do whatever they wanted to defensively to create turnovers and limit the Lakers to one shot.
Backdoor play, Kevin Johnson. And the pick was set by Kurt Rambis, who had a huge grin on his face.
Well, you take a look at the Lakers on the defensive end. They tried to come out aggressively, but Phoenix blunted that by using the aggression against them, taking their time and looking for the open man.
Scott spots up. Goes by Eddie Johnson. Misses the shot, and Chambers clears it. Chambers and Johnson with Marley, Rambis, and Eddie Johnson. Kevin Johnson back to Tom Chambers. That's for 2.
That is absolutely the wrong guy that you want to leave in the rotation right now. Tom Chambers, who's had a tough time up to now in this series, really has it going for him. If you're going to leave someone, you got to leave Kurt Rambis if you have to run across the court.
AC Green will check back in for Vlade Divac. That foul on Dan Marley. And Michael Cooper will inbound for Los Angeles. There's Magic Johnson. Low post against Marley. He tries to force him to the baseline, but he manages to find the middle. And then Green puts it up, misses. Magic Johnson, no, but he will shoot.
The Lakers are getting more aggressive on the boards, but the problem is they can't get the quick shots that they need. Right now they're down by 14 points. And what's happening at this particular time is that they need to get quick shots off. There's no question about it. And I take it back. My mathematics are killing me. I'm a man of letters and not math.
You got
they weren't down by 4.
The law degree from Harvard. It's not in mathematics.
They were down 16, but nevertheless, they still need quick shots. But good shots. And that comes with precise picking and people ready, squared up to the basket, looking for the shot for the open guy.
Magic Johnson rattles 2 in. It's a 14-point lead, 92-78. Now Chambers, pump fake. Bad shot. Good defensive job by Orlando Woolridge. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Phoenix up by 14. Kevin Johnson, Michael Cooper fakes Chambers out of the way and hits the shot.
Now you're going to see the experience come to fore with the Lakers. They got guys out there who are very experienced in playing in tight playoff games or need situations.
Tom Chambers doesn't get the role he wanted, but he will shoot a couple of free throws. 9:42 remaining in the ball game. The lead is Phoenix's by 12 points. Timeout.
We asked the International Motorsports Association to challenge the top 4 compact 4x4s in a test of climbing power in the Baja.
The Baja. Off-road racing doesn't get any tougher.
All 4 powered up the hill. But Chevy S10 left the others in the dust. The new 1991 Chevy S10, kicking dirt and taking names.
The heartbeat of America.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
From the Far East to Europe. Across the Caribbean and throughout North America, only one airline covers so much of the world with so much warmth.
We love to fly and it shows.
It's strange. I can't pick up anything.
Still, huh?
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized, Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
Phoenix has kept his field goal percentage above 60 throughout the game. The Lakers have improved to 48%. Guard scoring, Phoenix 41 to Los Angeles is 31. A 92-80 lead with 9:42 to go in the game. More basketball for you. The NBA playoffs tomorrow. Chicago, Philadelphia. Game 4 from Philadelphia. And then we've got 2 games for you as the second part of the doubleheader. Most of you will see Detroit, New York, and others will watch Game 4, the Lakers and Phoenix from here in Phoenix. Well, Len Elmore mentioned playoff experience. Look at the edge Los Angeles has in games played.
Well, the next 5 minutes are going to be very critical. The Lakers The experience has taught them that they can't panic in situations like this. The Suns' largest lead has been 17. They've cut it to 12 right now. They know they have to play within themselves and cut it down or shave points off this lead as time goes on. The Suns are going to have to prove that they can hold together. Now, they don't have a lot of playoff experience, but the experience is out there in Kurt Rambis and Tom Chambers particularly. These are the guys that are going to have to hold their team together as the Lakers make this run and hold them off.
Chambers gets the first of two. I remember a game 4 of the semifinals last year in Seattle when Los Angeles was trailing Seattle by 29 and came back and won.
And the thing I noticed when I watched that was that Seattle had the lead and had things in their favor, but then they got defocused. They started arguing with the referees over calls and arguing amongst themselves, but things didn't go well, and the Lakers took advantage of it. That's why experience is important. Kurt Rambis and Tom Chambers can keep his team from doing that if things don't go their way in the next few minutes.
Orlando Woolridge, it does a 360 on the rim, and it'll be Phoenix's ball. The lead at 14. The time, 9:25 to go in the game. Marley. Eddie Johnson for 3. No. Chased down by Scott. Phoenix ball. Nope. Laker ball.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Byron Scott for going after that ball and putting his body on the line. James Worthy coming back in to provide some offensive punch. Tom Chambers not happy with that call, but it was Scott's hustle that created that.
Mentioned that 29-point deficit. That, of course, was last year when the Lakers came back against Seattle. Earlier in the first round of the playoffs this year, they trailed Houston by 19. Came back and won.
And Chambers' argument on that call could be a foreshadow of things to come.
Denial by Eddie Johnson, though. Phoenix up by 14, 8:40 to go. Foul on Worthy. Scott. This time it's Orlando Woolridge.
Well, I mentioned before, when Tom Chambers was left open for a jump shot, the person you want to leave open is Kurt Rambis. The Lakers are double teaming Kevin Johnson as he comes off the pick, but Rambis, instead of fading out 15 feet from the basket, is now going right to the basket, and that's what you want to do on a double team. Put a lot of pressure, again, on the Laker front line. Woolridge couldn't find him.
Chambers. No. Scott saves it. Basket good. Orlando Woolridge.
And Orlando Woolridge is not going to take any prisoners in this last 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Again, a wide open jump shot. He forgoes the jump shot to create some contact going to the basket, and by doing so, he's created an opportunity for a three-point play. That's what you have to do to get back into this ball game. You can't play soft. You've got to take things into your own hands and create contact.
That's the 5th foul on Kurt Rambis. 4th team foul. Orlando Woolridge at the line. No. Lead stays at 12 for Phoenix. Suns won game 1, 104-102 in Los Angeles. Were blown out Thursday night in game 2. Trailed by 8 in the first quarter of this game, led by as many as 17 in the third quarter. Kevin Johnson. Offensive board, Dan Marley.
There haven't been many in coming for the Suns, but in this last quarter, they seem to have made every one of them count.
Yeah, they had none at halftime. Takeaway by Orlando Woolridge. Off the front rim, AC Green backs in, gets it.
Another instance of taking things into your own hands and forcing the issue. Woolridge blew by Kevin Johnson at half court and took it to the basket himself and created that offensive rebounding opportunity for AC Green. The Lakers now realize they have a shot, and they are playing in the active, intense way that Pat Riley wants them.
Marley and Johnson mixing it up underneath. Foul is on Magic Johnson, his third. Time has been called.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates sponsored by the U.S. Army. Willie Anderson, Terry Cummings, and David Robinson of the San Antonio Spurs form one of the NBA's most talented trios. Anderson's pinpoint passes free the agile Robinson underneath, while Cummings shows speed and power in shutting down opponents. Blending their diverse abilities, teammates Willie Anderson, David Robinson, and Terry Cummings work to be the best they can be.
I'm Pat O'Brien, back in Playoff Central. We'll get you back to the game in a minute. Switching around the dial here, we find that Ali and Frazier are going at it. It's Ali, Frazier 3. It's the rubber match. They're in the 14th round. Raph likes Frazier in this one. Let's recap the day's action around the NBA. Earlier, the New York Knicks climbed back into their series with the Pistons by winning Game 3 at home. And in the other Western Conference semifinal in progress down in San Antonio, the Spurs lead the Trailblazers. The Spurs looking to even this series with Portland at 2-2. Watch as Willie Anderson hits Rod Strickland. Touch passes under to David Robinson for the slam. And this one has been all Spurs as they try to even that one up. And a reminder that tomorrow, we'll do it all over again, starting with a basketball show at 12:30 Eastern Time, followed by our doubleheader. The Bulls and 76ers in Game 1, and some of you will see the Knicks and the Pistons, while some of you will see Lakers and Phoenix. And speaking of which, let us take you back to Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Vern Lundquist and Len Elmore, courtside. Back to you, fellas.
All right, Mr. O'Brien, you and Mr. Rafferty, nice job again today. 10-point lead now, 94-84, just under 7 minutes to go. It was a 17-point edge for Phoenix, so the Lakers have cut it now to 10, right?
Well, the Suns, to hold this lead, they cannot back off defensively. They can't back off and expect the Lakers to continue to shoot perimeter shots and hope that they miss them. They're going to have to continue to attack, switch out on picks, and try to stop the key people, James Worthy and Magic Johnson, from getting the ball deep in the hole. On the other side of it, though, the Lakers have to continue to start moving and keep the ball moving offensively. Somebody's going to have to step forward and attack the basket.
Marley gets them both, but there's a whistle, and Mark West is cautioned. Let's go check in with Leslie Visser. Les?
Vern, during the last timeout, Pat Riley told the Lakers to stop taking outside shots. He said he wants them to drive to the basket and try to get some three-point plays. Vern?
See if they follow instructions. Magic Johnson, Orlando Woolridge, AC Green, Scott and Worthy. Well, that's the attempt right there.
And that's what I mean by continually attacking people outside. The Suns have now started to back off a little bit. They're standing around defensively rather than coming up and trying to gamble a bit and closing off the middle and helping out.
That's also the 5th foul on Mark West. Well, Magic Johnson using that rim on free throws this afternoon. All of it.
It's making a little singing sound. He doesn't care as long as the Nets make a sound also.
That time it did.
Offensively now, the Suns have to continue to look for Kevin Johnson's penetration and the guys on the front line ready for his passes. That's where they got this lead, and that's where they're going to keep it.
Rebound, Magic Johnson. And they can get it back to single digits now. They trail by 17 in the 3rd quarter. Hornacek. Johnson misses as he drives to the baseline. That's where they want him to shoot from. And Kevin Johnson guarded by Byron Scott. 6:05 to go in the ball game. Pick and roll, back to Chambers. Rotation, Magic Johnson comes over, and Chambers goes blowing to the basket.
Well, when the help side rotated over, they neglected to get on that right hand. And again, a running start. Tom Chambers can start showtime with a running start.
34 for Chambers. That's going to be Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers rotated on the pick and roll, trying to help out on Kevin Johnson. He dishes to Tom Chambers, and Magic just neglects to get all the way over on that right hand.
Pat Riley has called timeout. He wants to talk about this. 5:42. And this will be a 20-second timeout.
Okay, that was a mixed spring arrangement to go to Mrs. Dorothy Lawrence in New York
Hello,
City.
Miss Lawrence. Sending flowers means sending information long distance. However, during busy periods like Mother's Day, connections aren't always made in time. So last year, FTD switched to U.S. Sprint and successfully processed over 2 million orders. Of course, some results simply can't be measured. 100% digital fiber optic data only from U.S. Sprint.
Miller Genuine Draft.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
This is $5,000 for the baby. I'm embarrassed to be taking this. I mean, you could do something with it. Like what? What's something you and Mom would enjoy? Like going on a cruise? If your mother and I want to do that, we'll do that. I can't pay this back. Pay it back by doing the same thing for your grandchild.
Jordan airlifts the Bulls against Barkley and the Sixers, followed by Pistons Knicks or Lakers Suns. It all starts with the basketball show Sunday.
And taking another look at the reverse dunk by Tom Chambers, you see the double team leaves Chambers wide open. Magic Johnson rotates over, but leaves his feet. Now the help side comes over much too late to help Magic, and Tom Chambers again gets off with a nice one. You wonder why this guy's smiling? He probably saw the replay.
Pat Riley called for a 20-second timeout, then realized he didn't have any left. So he was charged with a full timeout. And it's 98-86 as the sellout crowd begins the ever-familiar chant that you hear in every arena in the NBA, beat LA. Byron Scott.
Great hustle by Magic Johnson in saving that. Byron Scott has got to get more active with the perimeter shot. That's what they're going to give.
AC Green turns one from 17 feet.
The Lakers are only going to be given, at least from Cotton Fitzsimmons' frame of mind, only going to be given the outside shot, no layup. So the Lakers have to connect.
Kevin Johnson, Hornacek, Marley. Chambers has had the hot hand, but that shot is short. Hornacek fights for the loose ball.
Here's the penalty.
Foul on Byron Scott. His third. 96-75, San Antonio. Looks like they'll even that series up at 2 games each. Phoenix here trying to take a 2-game-to-1 edge.
Penalty shot.
Suns exploded in quarter number 3 when they outscored LA by 12 points. And the lead is back to 12 right now, 100-88. And we near the 5-minute mark. Hornacek with a career playoff high of 21 points. Scott, that's the perimeter shot.
And they're giving it to Byron Scott all day from the top, and he hasn't really put it down with any consistency.
Hornacek. What a game he's having. What a day.
back in town? The Miller Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace stock car. You'd better hold on.
This guy tells me he had a GM car 5 years ago, and he knows all about GM, right? Well, I tell him wrong.
GM cars have a whole new standard of dependability and trouble-free performance.
Everything has changed around here. Quality is getting better and better.
We're putting quality on the road today.
The time has come for a new kind of full-size luxury that lasts. The 1991 Chevrolet Caprice. Unsurpassed corrosion protection helps keep the body durable. A clear coat finish keeps it beautiful. An extensive warranty keeps it protected. Because something this good-looking should be kept around for a long, long time. The time has come for the new Chevrolet Caprice. Prepare to be impressed.
Lakers and Phoenix came into the game tied 1 game apiece. Phoenix had won 1 in Los Angeles. I don't know that they expected to win today. They were hopeful. Los Angeles, I think, thought they could come in and steal this one.
Well, the Lakers wanted to win this, and obviously because if the Suns hold on to this lead, the Lakers are down 2-1 with another game to be played here in Phoenix. Now, the play of a guy like Jeff Hornacek not only has done a lot of damage to the Lakers today, but he's planted a seed. Magic Johnson will not get out of this series without having to play defense. And that's something that's very important. It puts a lot of mental strain on a guy who has to run an offense and then come on the other end and play defense. And that's something that's going to help the Suns throughout this series.
Hornacek 9 of 15 from the field. And a career high of 23. The lead is 14. The time 4:24 remaining in the ball game. James Worthy will shoot a couple. Dan Marley picks up the foul. That's 3 on him. Rambis remains on the bench with 5 fouls. Mark West also has 5.
With about 8 minutes left in the game, we mentioned that 5 minutes would be critical in this particular game. And we're close to that point now. The Lakers haven't taken any points off of that lead. Right now, the Suns are up 14 points. At that time, it was a 12-point deficit, so the Suns made out pretty well.
Worthy gets 1 of 2. 4:20 to go in the ball game. And of course, game 4 here tomorrow afternoon. Hornacek finds Mark West.
Laker half-court pressure, no match.
Magic Johnson with the hook shot. Under 4 minutes to go, 104-91.
And they continue to do it, but the Suns continue to pick it apart. Good ball movement and good patience, because that's what you do. You take the double team and look for the open person.
Marley tries to go by James Worthy. There's the switch. Hornacek behind the back. And a foul underneath.
Fouls on Byron Scott, his court.
Hornacek again, this is his day. The reverse pass. The one thing, though, that you may want to caution Jeff Hornacek about, and this comes with experience, you know, you've got a team like the LA Lakers that you're playing. You don't want to rub their noses in it because they're coming back tomorrow.
Good point. Mark West said his proudest accomplishment of this season was raising his free throw percentage about 9 points. He's still under 70. And he gets 1 of 2 here. 105-91, 3.5 to go. Phoenix trying to take a 2 games to 1 edge. Byron Scott for 3.
3-point goal, Byron Scott.
Marley.
Lakers extending their defense more, gambling a little bit more.
Hornacek fouled by Scott.
Tough call.
Technical foul in addition to it on James Worthy. Chambers will shoot the technical.
Technical foul was called on James Worthy, his first.
Well, this is a time when you have to be disciplined, not only in your style of play, but in your emotions right now. I'm sure James would take that back if he had the opportunity. But it was such a close play. The Lakers are trying to develop some momentum defensively, and stuff like that just comes out.
Yeah, Pat Riley's working on Jess Kersey over on the baseline, on the front of his Laker bench. Hornacek gets one. Let's see if Riley has any more to say. No, he's going to. Hornacek gets it. Lead is 13. Nearing 3 minutes to go. Foul underneath.
Foul from number 9.
Dan Marley picks up his fourth. And Worthy will shoot.
It's part of the plan, the Suns team defensive plan, not to give up any layups, put the Lakers on the line if they have to. If Marley hadn't held and grabbed Worthy that time, he would have gotten a lob pass from Magic Johnson and possibly laid it up or gotten a three-point play. So it's a good foul.
Worthy gets them both, and Cotton Fitzsimmons wants a 22nd timeout for the Phoenix Suns. Detroit, New York earlier today, a dandy. This has been a good one, and coming up tomorrow, all of you will see Game 4 in the Eastern Conference semifinal, the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then most of you will see Detroit versus New York. Those of you in the western part of the United States will watch Game 4 from here in Phoenix, the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. That 22nd timeout taken by Cotton Fitzsimmons. The Lakers have 2 full timeouts left. Phoenix has 3. He said, Cotton did yesterday, if we beat them in the best of 7, it's going to be the biggest upset in the history of the NBA.
And as we said, always a pessimist. He knows what he's doing, though. He likes to create that mental atmosphere that puts him in a position to win.
Hornacek, Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Tom Chambers, and Mark West for Phoenix. Pat Riley counters with Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, A.C. Green, Byron Scott, and James Worthy. Hornacek. The shot clock was almost down to nothing. And Hornacek answers with a 20-footer. He's got 27 points. Magic Johnson. Kevin Johnson. That may do it.
Took the double team nicely and still got around the corner. What's happening to the Lakers right now is that they can't get anyone in the post to really set up and strongly go to the basket.
Ball tip. And another foul called down low.
Except for that particular play. They've had difficulty getting the ball into the post area so they can get their cuts, the things that they're known for, and they've been forced to shoot the outside shot, and they just haven't been consistent.
Mark West, 6 fouls. He'll leave with 14 points.
When you take a look at Mark West, the big, strong center who's had a heck of a game today, and it points up some of the discussions people have had over this Laker team. Sure, statistically they're up. They've been playing better and more versatile as a team without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But what Jabbar gave them, even though he wasn't at his peak or optimum inside the post, he gave them a hub, someone to get the ball to inside the middle where they could utilize their cuts, their picks away, and get good offensive rebounding position. That only happens when you get the ball in the middle and force the other team to double. Here, the Lakers just haven't been able to do that, and consequently, their offense has been really stagnant.
And as a result of all of that, they're down 111-98. Jeff Hornacek worked on the clock a little bit now. Kevin Johnson, Larry Drew has come into the lineup now for the Lakers. 7 on the shot clock. Rambis is back in. The former Laker, Hornacek. And he traveled before the shot.
You can go to the well, but too often sometimes. But that doesn't take away anything from the play that Jeff Hornacek has presented to us today. He's done it on both ends, doing a great job on Magic defensively and carrying his team at times offensively.
Larry Drew, that goes off the head of one of the Suns, Kurt Rambis, and it'll be Los Angeles to inbound. 1:20 to go. Game 4 here tomorrow. And it appears that Phoenix will have a 2-games-to-1 edge. Drew for 3. Got it.
3-point goal, Larry Drew.
The Lakers are now going to extend their defense full court, pull out all the stops and gamble a bit and try to rely on creating some transition baskets, but that's not going to do it.
Hornacek drives to the basket and Drew takes him down.
You take a look at Cotton Fitzsimmons right now. His biggest worry is the same after game 1. He thinks his team believes that they're equal to the Lakers in every phase. And he believes when that happens, they have a tendency to let down. And that happened after game 1, according to him. And I'm sure he's going to have a talk with his team after this particular game. But you got to think, if you're a Phoenix Sun, the way you play today, that at least you should be spoken in the same breath in this particular playoff series. It just doesn't want complacency.
Be an interesting conversation and a psychological challenge. Phoenix up by 12 with 65 seconds to go in game number 3.
Red Devil enamel. You can always count on its durable finish. Harder than ordinary paints, its beauty lasts and lasts. Red Devil enamel, for the finish of a lifetime.
After the scraping, after soothes, after the burning, after soothes, after aftershave skin conditioner. Nothing's more soothing after.
Did you know you could be slowing your business down and not even know it?
Jim, they're up 3 points. Let's go with it.
Some long-distance companies can take up to 9 seconds or more to connect calls. On average, they're over 40% slower than AT&T. If you knew the extra time spent waiting could add up to hundreds of wasted hours a year, you'd do something about it.
John, I got a hot one for you.
Unless you're already up to speed. Another AT&T advantage.
I was in agony. I hurt all over. The doctor said there was no permanent damage. He gave me a different medicine. It's in these little yellow Nuprin. Got rid of that pain. Know what else? It works great on my tough headaches.
Nuprin. It's not aspirin, not Tylenol. It's ibuprofen.
2 Nuprin stop my headaches better than extra-strength Tylenol. And Nuprin's gentler on my stomach than aspirin.
Nuprin. Little, yellow, different, better.
It even worked on my worst pain.
Coming up tonight on CBS, we'll begin with Paradise, followed by the famous Teddy Z, then City, and finally Saturday night with Connie Chung. All of that tonight on CBS. 65 seconds remaining, 113-101. Larry Drew will inbound the ball for the Lakers, who have 1 timeout left. Phoenix has 3. Game 4 here tomorrow as part of our doubleheader on CBS. Michael Cooper fakes, then puts it over Hornacek. It rims out. Kevin Johnson pulls it down for the Phoenix Suns, who are 50 seconds away from going up 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. Foul on Michael Cooper. And that'll send Kevin Johnson to the line and initiate a standing ovation from a sellout crowd. Our coordinating producer of the NBA on CBS is Michael Burks. Today's game was produced by Bob Stenner and directed by Larry Cavallina. At the Half was produced by Bob Monsbach and directed by Kathy Barretto. The senior producer is David Winter, executive producer of CBS Sports, Ted Shaker. Tom Chambers leaves with 34 points. And Jeff Hornacek with a career high of 29.
Kevin Johnson pulled the old yo-yo trick from the free throw line, put it up and got everybody to lean in.
In baseball, they call that a balk. Give the guy second base. 115-101. Woolridge.
Orlando Woolridge.
115-103.
Laverne without an awful lot of time to adjust. The Lakers are going to have to find a way to adjust.
Larry Drew replaces Kevin Johnson. Our Miller Lite player of the game today is Jeff Hornacek with 29 points, and on his behalf, Miller Lite will donate $1,000 to National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Kenny Battle, the rookie out of Illinois, gets 2.
In the first loss, game 1, Pat Riley said defensively his team played well enough to win, but it was on offense where they sputtered. The same can be said here to a great extent up until about this time when it's garbage time.
Marley will try and run out the final 3 seconds of the ball game. Tom Chambers, 34 points. Hornacek with 29. Kevin Johnson with 22. West with 14. They all lead Phoenix to a 117-103 lead win over the Los Angeles Lakers. LA got 27 from James Worthy, 22 from Magic Johnson, 13 from AC Green, and 9 from Byron Scott. And the Gorilla leads the celebration as Phoenix goes up 2 games to 1 with game 4 set here tomorrow afternoon. Right now, let's go to Leslie Visser with Jeff Hornacek.
Magic, you were down by only 2 points at the half. Where to get away in the second half?
In the third quarter, we just can't let them get up 15, 16 points. We didn't shoot the ball well, and we didn't play defense well.
What about the effect of having to play back-to-back?
Well, we'll be ready. You know, we're down 2-1. We'll be ready to play.
Thanks, Magic. Vern.
All right, Leslie. So for Len Elmore and Leslie Visser, this is Vern Lundquist saying so long from Phoenix. Our final score, 117-103 in favor of the Phoenix Suns. Tomorrow on CBS Sports, more NBA playoff action gets underway at 12:30 with the basketball show, followed by the Chicago Bulls taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The NBA on CBS, a presentation of CBS Sports.
Morning, folks. This is Captain Neely. Appears we've got the friendly skies all to ourselves.
While most people are just getting up, one airline is off to over 200 business centers across the U.S. United.
Thanks for flying the friendly skies.
When you look for champions, you look to CBS Sports.
This is CBS.